Meet Bob Elvis, a rapper who sings about politics. This song directly targets President Joseph Kabila, calling on him to step down. He says he was kidnapped days before the release of his album and believes it was politically motivated.
Our rights have never been respected, and today young people need to have the power back, to be the ones to make decisions. In this country, there will be no more dictatorship. People are ready to die today for their freedom.
The man in charge of the country, Joseph Kabila, was only 29 when he became president. There was a lot of hope that he would bring change, but many of his promises have not been fulfilled. Human rights groups say that since 2015, more than 300 people have been killed by security forces during protests. Last month, 2 students were killed at the University of Kinshasa. Law student Dorcas Boalelo explains why students are frustrated.
This desire to protest, for students this is the last straw now. The lack of water, the lack of electricity, the lack of housing, the lack of education, all these things that students have to go through at home. When they find a way to speak out, then they let it all out.
Not all the country's youth are opposed to the government or President Kabila's influence lingering, despite high unemployment and levels of poverty among the worst in the world.
Just days ahead of elections, Congolese people are out on the streets campaigning. More precisely, on the back of this truck, canvassing throughout the city. Their candidate, Emmanuel Ramazani Shadari, the ruling party's candidate, fiercely loyal to President Joseph Kabila, also under EU sanctions for human rights violations. But many on this truck reject those charges.
I think Shadari will bring change. I don't think it will be more of the same. We know that our head of state had bad people around him, but Shadari is a good person who started in politics at a young age.
Young people here are excited to vote, but with questions about how free and fair these elections will be, campaigning could be just